Hey friends, recently I watched an Australian horror movie called Bring Her Back, directed by Danny and Michael Philippou. It has an impressive 7.4 stars out of 10 on IMDb and a whopping 89% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with an audience score of 79%. So in today's video, we're going to go over the story of this movie and break down the ending. So, with that said, let's roll the intro. The film opens with some bizarre and disturbing rituals involving soul movement, where several women are being treated strangely and are being recorded. There's also talk of a demon named Taran. After this chilling intro scene, we meet a young girl named Piper, who is almost blind. I say almost because she can still perceive some light and vague shapes, but she can't actually see people. Piper has an older stepbrother named Andy, who's about to turn 18 in 3 months. Andy is the son of their father's first wife, and Piper is the daughter from his second marriage. Despite being step-siblings, Andy and Piper are very close. One day, their father slips and dies in the bathroom, leaving both kids orphaned. A woman named Wendy from Child Support Services comes into the picture and assigns them to a foster home run by a woman named Lauren. Lauren used to work as a counselor in the same office, and Wendy completely trusts her to take good care of the kids. Now, Lauren was only interested in taking Piper in, but Andy convinces her to let him stay for just 3 months until he turns 18 and can then legally apply to become Piper's guardian. Lauren agrees. We also learn that Andy and Piper have a secret code word, grapefruit. It doesn't mean anything specific, it's just their way of saying, "I trust you." I'm telling you this now because it comes up several times in the film, but I'll skip explaining it each time later on. Anyway, Andy and Piper arrive at Lauren's house, where she greets them warmly, though we, the audience, can clearly see that she favors Piper and completely ignores Andy. For example, when she takes a selfie, she positions it so Andy's face is blocked. She even keeps calling him by the wrong name, like she doesn't even remember him. There's also another foster kid in the house named Oliver, who is mute. Lauren tells them that she once had a daughter named Kathy, who is also blind like Piper, but she drowned in a swimming pool accident. After that, Oliver became selectively mute. At this point, Lauren isn't working and might be financially struggling. That's when she could have really used the Bomb app, a smart and safe trading platform where you can generate a decent secondary income. I've personally used the Bomb app during tough times. You can earn daily profits by simply predicting whether a graph will go up or down. Just download the app from the link in the description or pinned comment and use my promo code shown on screen to get 2x rewards. This is what the app interface looks like. You just need to make a prediction. Right now, I'm using a trading signal that tells me to go up. So I place my trade, and just like that, I made an instant profit. The best part is Bomb's withdrawal system. With just one click, your money goes straight to your bank account. If you refer a friend, you get a bonus between $10 to $20, and your friend gets $10 after verifying their account. So what are you waiting for? Download the Bomb app now using the link below, and don't forget to use my promo code for double rewards. Back to the story. Piper and Andy get their own rooms. Lauren starts acting weird with Andy. At one point, she even grabs his phone and starts reading his messages. When Andy tries to get it back, she behaves like he's attacking her. Lauren constantly keeps a watch on Piper, while Oliver starts behaving even creepier. Lauren frequently checks weather forecasts, and there's a prediction of heavy rain. That night, Andy sees Lauren taking Oliver into a chamber outside the house. He ignores it and goes to sleep. The next morning, Andy wakes up to find he has wet the bed, which is extremely embarrassing for someone who's almost 18 and has never done that before. We realize Andy is still traumatized by his father's death. His father died in the bathroom, so just the sight of it makes him anxious. That day is the funeral. Andy can't bring himself to look at his father's body and lies to Piper, saying everything looks fine. Lauren, on the other hand, secretly cuts a piece of hair from the father's corpse and then forces Andy to see the body and kiss it goodbye. Later, she kisses the corpse herself. Meanwhile, back home, Oliver is banging on the glass door. He breaks the glass, injuring himself, and starts trying to open the outdoor chamber door, something very strange. Lauren returns and hosts a small party with Andy and Piper to lift their spirits. They even let them drink alcohol. They bond for a bit. Drunk, they open up. Lauren says she still can't get over her daughter's death and would do anything to hear her say "Mom" one more time. Andy reveals that his father used to beat him in the shower so no one could hear it. Interestingly, Andy's father loved Piper, perhaps because she was from his second marriage. Andy misbehaved as a kid just to get his father's attention. When he was 8, he even did something bad, which we'll find out later.
That night, after Andy goes to sleep, Lauren urinates in a mug and pours it onto his pants, trying to frame him for bedwetting. Yes, Lauren is mentally breaking him down so she can report that Andy is unfit for Piper's guardianship. She also unlocks Andy's phone using his face and checks everything. She hears Oliver sneaking out and decides to bathe him, saying creepy things like, "I know you're hungry, but don't worry, soon it'll be time to eat." When she looks in the mirror, instead of Oliver, she sees a demon, and the mirror breaks. So yes, Oliver is possessed. The next morning, Lauren deliberately brings up the bedwetting in front of Piper to humiliate Andy. Then she takes Piper out, leaving Andy home with Oliver. Andy, afraid of the bathroom, bathes outside and tries to bond with Oliver by offering him a cantaloupe, but Oliver starts chewing on a knife instead. His mouth begins bleeding, and Andy insists on taking him to the hospital. As they head out, Andy notices a white circle drawn around the entire house. As soon as Oliver gets near it, he starts screaming and resisting because the demon can't cross the circle. They return, and Lauren angrily scolds Andy. She takes Oliver into a room and starts watching VHS ritual tapes, similar to the film's opening scene. She rubs his head in a circular motion, calming him down, then feeds him Andy's father's hair. She blames Andy for everything and tells him she's the one evaluating him for guardianship, and of course, she'll report him as unfit. We also notice Lauren has her stuffed dog on display, showing she can't let go of the past. That night, Andy hallucinates his father in the bathroom, who tells him someone will die in the rain. He faints and gets a concussion. At the hospital, he tells Lauren about Oliver's warning. She acts clueless but then gaslights him, saying it's his trauma. Back home, it starts raining. Lauren dances in the rain with Piper and gives her Kathy's clothes to wear. She tells Piper she should stay with her forever. Piper replies that soon she and Andy will move out together but will visit on weekends. Lauren's expression changes. She takes Piper to the outdoor chamber, where she reveals Kathy's preserved corpse in a freezer and asks Piper to touch it. Piper thinks it's just meat. Later, we learn that Lauren may have been drugging Andy's supplements, like creatine, to make him more aggressive. That night, Lauren uses Andy's body spray on herself, punches Piper in the face, and runs off, framing Andy for the attack. Piper smells Andy's spray and assumes he hit her. Then Lauren accuses Andy of hurting Piper and claims he's turning violent like his father. Even Piper starts believing it. Andy is devastated and leaves. Now let me explain Lauren's real plan. She wants to transfer her dead daughter Kathy's soul into Piper's body. The rituals we saw earlier are part of this process. She summoned the demon Taryn and put it into Oliver, who is not really a foster child, but a kidnapped boy named Connor Bird. Taryn must consume Kathy's body to absorb her soul and then vomit the soul into Piper's body. But to do that, Piper must die the same way Kathy did, by drowning in a pool during rain. That's why Lauren was waiting for heavy rain. Meanwhile, Andy goes to Wendy's office and discovers Oliver is actually a missing child. He tells her everything, but she doesn't believe him. Lauren was a trusted counselor, and she had already filed several complaints against Andy. Andy says he'd never hurt Piper, though he once hit her when he was 8 and promised never to do so again. Seeing his sincerity, Wendy agrees to check Lauren's house. While driving, Andy sends a voice note to Piper, warning her about Lauren, and says he loves her like a sister. Wendy's voice is also captured in the message. Back at the house, Taryn grows more restless, starts eating everything, and even attacks Lauren, biting her hand. She locks him out and tries to calm him with blood rituals. Lauren hears the voice note and realizes Wendy and Andy are on the way. She cleans the house quickly. Wendy arrives, but sees nothing strange until she notices Lauren's bleeding hand. Lauren breaks down and yells about bringing her daughter back, confirming she's unstable. Wendy runs outside. Andy shows her the freezer with Kathy's corpse, but Oliver is eating it. They try to escape, but Lauren runs them over with her car. Wendy dies on the spot, Andy is badly injured, Lauren drowns him in a puddle. She brings Piper home, but now Taryn, Oliver, uses Andy's voice to lure Piper. She touches his head and realizes there's no curly red hair. Lauren had lied. She locks herself in the bathroom. There she discovers Andy's dead body and breaks down. Lauren breaks in and confesses her full plan. As she tries to drown Piper in the pool, Piper comes to and yells "Mom," and for a moment, Lauren freezes thinking her daughter is speaking to her. That moment gives Piper the chance to escape. Lauren, still obsessed, brings Kathy's half-eaten body to the pool. Taryn, Oliver, escapes the white circle to follow Piper, but once outside, the demon leaves his body. A passing couple rescues Piper and call the police. They find Connor Bird, Oliver, injured but now normal. Police arrive at Lauren's house to find her in the pool holding her daughter's corpse. They surround her and the film ends. So friends, that was the complete explanation of Bring Her Back. Though the story might seem straightforward, the ritual shown in the movie explores a process where a demon transfers a soul from one body to another. The VHS tapes Lauren studied were probably created by a cult that records such dark rituals, maybe even sells those tapes. The white circle around the house was a ritual boundary, the demon couldn't cross it, and once it did, it vanished. The demon Taryn doesn't match any specific known mythologies in this spelling. It may be a fictional creation inspired by creatures like the Wendigo, known for insatiable hunger and flesh-eating. Taryn consumes souls and transfers them into new bodies, but becomes restless and violent, even attacking itself. At its core, this film isn't just horror. It's about grief, loss, manipulation, trauma, and especially toxic motherhood. Bring Her Back is a darker and more disturbing spiritual horror compared to the director's previous film, Talk to Me. If you watch this film, you know how deeply disturbing some of its scenes are. I hope I've explained everything, including the theories. If you still have any doubts, ask me in the comment section. If you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more such videos.